allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have proof of publication of the meeting. Visitors and correspondence. Anyone desiring to speak on any item or issue on the agenda or any item on the agenda that does not include a public hearing may do so. It shall be limited to 3 minutes. Persons should identify themselves by name and address. Person speaking should not expect the council to engage in back and forth dialogue regarding their comments. Unless an agenda item includes a public hearing, no persons may speak during the business portion of the meeting. Provided, however, persons speaking during a public hearing are limited to between 5 and 20 minutes. The public is advised that a copy of the Open Meeting Act is located on the north wall of the council chamber, and one copy of all reproducible written material to be discussed at this meeting is available for examination or copying. Is there anyone that would like to speak at this time? Okay. I entertain a motion for approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda.
I second the motion.
And vote, please. All in favor? Number 7, the audit presentation approval of audit for submission to the state auditor for 2024 and to 2025. And Nick,
Yes, yep.
you have it.
All right, awesome. My name is Nicholas Eaker. I'm with Bland and Associates. Today I'll be presenting in draft form, the September 30th, 2025 audit reports we do for the City of Valley. Today, just really 2 agenda items, walk through the 3 reports we issued, what the results mean, and also really to kind of take any questions. If you have any questions, feel free to interrupt at any time. The point of this presentation is to be at a pretty high level, but if you do have anything, that's why I'm here. So feel free to interrupt at any time. So for the City of Valley, it's important to note that we do 2 audits. We do a financial statement audit and we do a compliance audit. And from those 2 audits, we issue 3 reports. A lot of times when we do audits, a lot of people see all these reports and all these numbers and they think that we put it all together. It's really, Lori and her team, creative planning, they build these reports and then we audit them. And so that's kind of what our job is as auditors. And so the first report we issue is for the financial statements, and we issue the highest level of assurance. And what that's kind of telling you as a city council or as a citizen, you can rely on this information to get the report. The numbers are accurate, the footnotes are accurate, which is a great thing for the city. I think, as it's kind of explained to the mayor a few years ago, that wasn't the case. And so the accounting department's kind of come a long way on building this reporting package for the City of Valley. The second report we issue is called a Yellow Book report. It's also related to the financial statements. And since you are a government entity, we are required to report if we have any audit findings. And this year we did have one, and it kind of had to do with accounts payable. And so basically what happened is there were commitments made by the city during the year where you didn't receive the invoices until after your fiscal year end. And even though they got recorded as they should as equipment, they didn't get recorded as accounts payable. So during our testing, that's kind of something that we caught. And so even though it is a finding in the audit report, it has nothing to do with fraud or misspent funds or operations. It's just a financial statement year-end issue that we kind of discovered that's saying, hey, when you get these invoices after year-end, you need to make sure you kind of recognize them on your books. And we've kind of walked Lori through that. We've walked creative planning through that. We've walked the mayor through that as well. It's just, hey, and we also kind of worked on what kind of corrective actions you can take. It's not a hard thing to pick up, and we kind of fully expect that issue to be kind of resolved moving forward.
Do you guys understand what happened? We had some work done that was done in September, but we didn't get the invoice until October when we did a hard end at September 30th. We should have carried it down. And like Nick's told us, even go through December 31st, carried it down through the 31st. So if you get those invoices of work that's been done before the end of the fiscal year, we're not going to get dinged again.
Correct. Yeah, and it's not common for these construction projects because sometimes you get invoiced so late, even if you have construction going on, make sure you're kind of aware of those invoices coming in because just make sure they get recorded in the proper period is all. So again, not a day-to-day thing, it's just kind of a financial statement prep at end of the year thing that needs to be cleaned up. But for the financial statement audit, those two reports, highest level of assurance we can give, one audit finding that we kind of expect to be resolved moving forward. The second audit report we issue is for compliance, and that's just because you guys received such a large amount of federal expenditures, we have to audit that as well. And basically that audit is just like, did you spend the money on what you're supposed to spend the money on? Do you have internal controls in place to make sure that that money is being spent in accordance to federal guidelines? No findings, highest level of assurance we can give. So the compliance audit went great again this year. Again, a couple years ago, we did have a finding with that. So everything's kind of been cleaned up and it is operating really, really well for the city right now. But again, kind of going through that really fast, those are kind of the three reports that we issue based on this. Again, highest level of assurance we can give on the financials and compliance with just that kind of one audit finding that the city's working on addressing. So is there any questions on what any of that means? And then the goal is, and this will be kind of the first time since we took over in 2023 that this should be filed to the state by the end of March, which is the correct time frame too. So again, this whole report's kind of been building over years, and I think the accounting department's been doing a great job for you guys. So
Thank you, Lori, for all your hard work on it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And also, I know this is a lot. If you have any questions after this, reach out at any time. That's kind of what we're here for. But again, city council level, good audit opinions. Here's kind of where we're at. So
Thank you, Nick.
yes, thank you. Yep. Thank you.
We don't need to take a vote on that to send it in, do we? Okay. I would entertain a motion to send the audit into the state.
I'll make a motion to send the audit to the state.
Well, second.
Vote, please. All in favor? Okay, the next item on the agenda is ordinance number 848, which is for Hyman Ventures 3 LLC, Champion Shores, consideration and approval of rezoning for industrial residential to residential. I would entertain a motion.
We need to open the public hearing first.
I open it to the public hearing.
Greg Perry, City Engineer. I'll just give a brief update overview on some of these items here that they are all kind of tied together. The first one here that we just opened public hearing on is, of course, the rezoning. This is about 23 acres on the northeast corner. For people that have been around a long time, this is where the Lyman Ritchie concrete plant used to be on the west side of Valley Corp in that area. So this would take the I-2 industrial zoning district to an R3 lakefront residential. That would be compatible with the proposed development that we'll see on the upcoming items with the final plat and subdivision agreement. But that's what this does, is just takes that northeast corner to a residential zoning. Any questions on that? I'll talk about the other ones when we get to them so we don't push them all together.
Any other comments on that? We'll close the public hearing at this time. I would entertain a motion to introduce ordinance number 848 on the first reading.
I would make a motion to do the first reading on ordinance number 848.
I second the motion.
Hey, Christie, you want to read the?
Ordinance number 848, an ordinance amending the zoning regulations of Valley, Douglas County, Nebraska, finding the proposed amendment was duly submitted to the Planning Board of Valley, Douglas County, Nebraska, for its recommendation, and that it recommended the adoption of the amendment, finding that notice of hearing on such amendment was duly given prior to the hearing as provided by law, and that such public hearing was had thereon, finding that the zoning map of the Valley, Douglas County, Nebraska be amended as follows. The tract of land being part of the northwest quarter of the northeast quarter located in section 36, together with lot 1, Valley Plant, as surveyed, platted, and recorded in Douglas County, Nebraska, all located in Township 16 North, Range 9 East of the 6 p.m., Douglas County, Nebraska, as described more particularly on Exhibit A, the Flatwater Lakes Estates LLC Champion Shores parcel shall be rezoned from industrial residential I2 R3 to strictly residential R3, providing for an effective date of this ordinance and providing for the repeal of all ordinances in conflict herewith.
Please vote. Is there all approved. Is there a desire to suspend the rules and pass the ordinance on the second and third reading?
I would make a motion to pass on the second and third reading.
Second.
Vote, please. Ordinance number 848 passes on the second and third reading. Okay, now we move on to number 9. Heineman Ventures Third LLC Champion Shores approval of final plat and declaration of covenants, conditions, restrictions, and easements for Champion Shores. I open it to the public hearing.
Just overview again, this is a 189 acre parcel there, basically bounded by Valmont to the north, Valley Corp on the east, the weather station's on the northwest corner. You have Blue Water to the west and then Flatwater to the south, or Valley Street there. So 126 lots here on the phase 1. There is a phase 2 that's, I believe, 13 lots. Would be the potential number there along Valley Street, but those aren't included in this planning. So 126 residential lots, and it does include about like 9 little outlots. Of course, the lake is an outlot itself, and this would be public sanitary sewer, storm sewer, and water main along with private streets in the gated community in this development. So this is a project that the 2 developers, the husband and wife, are here. They can answer any questions you have with them. And it's been a process that started back in 2021, where we had a preliminary plat and final plat approved, and then since some development changes have occurred, and then this project started up again basically last April with preliminary plat, and then late last summer with a final plat for this phase, and then some tweaks have occurred over the last few months, and then we got back to a full council to have it here tonight. So really, I don't know if I have anything else to add other than that. 126 lots. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thanks.
Anyone else have any questions?
I just have what was the rough time frame for phase 2?
We're really worried about phase 1 at this point.
Is it like a couple years, maybe 5 years down the line? I mean,
Whenever.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
As soon as we get through 1, we'll start to work on 2 and see what we can come up with.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was actually going to just say that go ahead and ask your question, because I was going to say that you asked that question to me, and so why don't you just ask it directly?
Okay. Is the trail still going in on where the condos, I guess, would have been?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question. No, I just want to make sure for public hearing here. There is no TIF request anymore on the table for this, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
It's coming up to answering.
No, Nick answered it for me. I was looking right at Nick.
You get paid by the word.
Okay, anybody else? I close the public hearing. So I entertain a motion to approve the final plat.
I make a motion to approve the final plat.
I'll second.
Vote, please. All in favor? Number 10, Champion Shores, consideration and action to approve subdivision agreement and all supporting exhibits.
I guess I'll kick this one off and I'll probably kick it back to Matt, but basically this subdivision agreement does stipulate who's paying for what and how and when, just like any of our development agreements, these do. And to the mayor's question, it does not including the TIF financing, so this is 100% privately financed for all of the improvements associated with the parcel. And to Bill, to your question, it does include the sidewalk or the trail along Valley Street, along the development frontage. There will be a connection on the east side that is within the city limits. That would be the city's responsibility to budget for in the future, to connect to City Park or beyond into the old town or proper town, as I always kind of refer to it as. So Again, public sanitary sewer, storm sewer, water main, and private streets with the gated community. And it also sidewalks, and then sidewalks would be part of the building construction. Those will go in with the houses, just like any of the other developments in the area. And then it does have the financing ILOC provisions to be executed, just like any other developments that we've done with the city. Is that once this is approved, if it's approved by city council, then everything will get invoiced to them, and they'll start paying all of the capital facility fees for water and sewer and those kinds of things here in the next weeks and or month type time frame. So I know they're eager to get started on this, so we're excited. It's I heard 160 million type valuation for the city, which would be a nice addition to add to the community. So any other questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
So I'll just chime in here for a few comments. So I've reviewed the subdivision agreement. I recommend that you approve it. There is, well, there are a few things, just T's to cross, I's to dot, that we discussed in advance of the meeting. One of them is, I think the most significant one is that the subdivision agreement does require a letter of credit to be presented to the city in the amount of the cost estimates for the project. And those estimates were provided by Greg recently. We don't have the actual letter of credit yet, but I understand in talking with the developer's attorney that they've already discussed that issue with the bank, and it's really just a processing issue. So is it realistic to say that we'd have that letter in a week?
That's what I represented to you and Mike.
Okay, all right. So we'll have it soon. I don't think that there's any risk to the city of not getting that letter of credit. So I'm okay with waiting to get that within a week or whenever the bank can produce it. And then did we get the signature on the pre-development?
Before we leave.
Okay. Okay, so the developer still needs to sign the pre-development cost-sharing agreement. I think the city executed that last August. We'll get the developer's signature on that. And then I think the developer needs to pay the second half of the fee that's in that development agreement, and we'll be doing that within a couple of days.
Whatever you get total, sure.
Okay, right. And then finally, I think there's one half of the capital facilities fees that are due pursuant to the subdivision agreement that also need to be paid as soon as possible. So those are, oh, and I did have, just for the record, I think there's a few minor typos on this agreement, and I'll just say page 3, paragraph D, I think references a section 1A6. I think that should be changed to 1A5, and that same revision should be made at page 6, section 4, paragraph B as in boy. Otherwise, I don't have any other revisions to this. I think that the council should approve it and all of the exhibits attached to it. And then there's an understanding with the developer that though you've approved the plat, we're not going to actually sign it until what I just stated is taken care of, namely getting the letter of credit. Does anybody have any questions for me about the subdivision agreement or any of the exhibits? Okay.
Okay, then I would entertain a motion to approve the subdivision agreement and all the supporting exhibits.
I'll make a motion to approve the subdivision agreement and all of the exhibits.
Second.
Vote please. All in favor?
Sure.
I just wanted to say thank you on behalf of them. This has been a very, very long process. Matt, Mike, new to it, Christy, Greg, the prior city staff that was here, this took a lot of work. And so we are appreciative of this, and we appreciate you guys jumping in here in the last few months to get this done. I think they're going to make your city proud. I know they will. We try to do good developments, and stuff like this, projects like this will change your city for the better. So thank you, Jenny, for this, because it's a big deal. So that's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn.
Second.
Please second that. Thanks, Jake.
All in favor?
Yes.